What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back for another round of the Schmoedown reaction videos, and this time I have a little bit of a treat for myself. Pizza, because why not? Because I'm going to watch two of my favorite competitors from two of my favorite factions, Saul from the Den and Greg Idris Alba of the Quirky Mercs. Obviously, Quirky Mercs fan here, gotta support, but I do unfortunately think Saul is going to take this one. I mean, Saul is playing lights out this season, especially after losing to Brandon Hanna last season. Yeah, he knocked out the team member of Greg Alba, John Humphreys, earlier this season, and I after watching last match that Greg Alba had, I doubt he's going to get knocked out by the Saul show, but you know, who knows? Yeah, I never would have predicted the knockout coming. Anyways, yeah, I will be eating pizza and participating during the match, but yeah, I think I've said it more than enough at this point. So I'm just gonna sit back, enjoy my pizza, and enjoy the match. Let's see who comes out on top. Here we go! Probably open the window because it's going to be hot, but never mind, I'll do that later.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. We're back in the Inner Geekdom division, and the Inner Geekdom division is constantly building superstars and building new stars. And we have some of those new Inner Geekdom stars here today. Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. Hey, dude, so when you look at these two people that we have playing today, you got Saul, who started out as a caller on Collider Live, and he went on to be... how's Saul gonna be? This is gonna be a joke. He's gonna be talking about his dog eating the bacon. This is gonna be a joke. And he battled Brandon Hanna and was like, "Whoa, Saul's for real." Then you enter this season. Kate Mulligan takes him pretty high in the draft, and he delivers. As his first match, he scores a big TKO, or excuse me, KO, if you will. And then you get Greg Alba. Who, when Greg Alba has said this many times, John Humphrey from Real Rejects was the guy that was getting all the attention when it came to the free-for-all. And it was John Humphrey's the strong player. John Humphrey. Usually, Real Rejects had a fun run. And then Coy Jandreau puts them both in the Inner Geekdom tournament last year. And who would have thunk it, but Greg Alba becomes like the big Inner Geekdom player out of those two guys.
He played very
Greg Alba, previously known for his fun antics in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, which includes, but is not limited to, peeing on a stage in front of 500 people. I hope it wasn't. We don't have intel on what that was, but it was a funny moment. But then he goes on to know a lot about these particular categories of movies when it comes to Inner Geekdom. And as far as Saul goes, yeah, he's a big Inner Geekdom fan. He also is a New York legend. Why? Because one time we were all at a bar, we had delivery pizza coming, and he said, He went to some local joint and brought back some of the most delicious pie I've ever had in my life. Today, those two square off in an epic Inner Geekdom battle.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of revenge, although I don't know if Greg Alba even knows what that word means. He doesn't seem like he's got revenge in his blood. But the KO I mentioned before with Saul, it was over John Humphrey, his partner. So, and a fellow Merc. Is there revenge coming here? I don't know. Saul and Kate have a great relationship. Coy and Greg have a great relationship. This is going to be a very interesting match because it builds whoever wins this here today gets a step closer to a shot at that title.
That's right. And these two, while they may not have history that is intertwined yet, this could be the first chapter in a big rivalry in Inner Geekdom and indeed in the Schmoedown. Let's see how we got here right now.
Look, I didn't know what I didn't know until I didn't know it. And there's no way I could have until I lost that match.
Like, Saul, he might be a genius.
Screw it. Let's just go. I'm ready.
And your winner, this is Saul!
I said TKO. I didn't need the T.
Let's get transactional for a minute, huh? Let's make a deal. You see my face on a Schmoedown match thumbnail or an interview, you click on it. And this is what I'm going to give you.
I did.
I'm going to give you maximum trivia every single time.
Nothing spectacular to me happened here. I knew I was this good for a long time. I'm just glad some people maybe got a small glimpse of it, just getting back to the starting line with the rest of this division in that pursuit of chasing whoever's wearing that belt.
Swashbuckling adventure. And
that's an inner geekdom now?
Greg, he loves this stuff innately. He covers a lot of this stuff. Played pretty well in Inner Geekdom last year as well, so I thought it would be an even matchup.
Do you have preferences in terms of who you want to face next?
I'm just trying to, maybe I could verse myself. Is there a way to do that?
Not everyone can give you maximum trivia. Not everyone's brave enough to give it. Someone here today not willing to do that.
I mean, like those guys do, I know they do review and study and they put some effort into it. But I mean, they're here to have a great time, and they certainly demonstrate that time and time again every time they compete.
No. Don't get it twisted. They want to win. They want to win just as much as me, but they want you to think they're not trying.
One day I hope to break out of Humphrey's shadow. Ever since he did that free-for-all, I've never broken out of his shadow.
We'll have you peeing on stages before they're ready for us.
I peed on stage to try to get out of that shadow. It didn't do anything.
I'm not going to play some game with you like that. Greg Alba should have never taken this match. I know he knows what I did to his little buddy, and this time, I'm going to give it to him worse. I'm making examples starting today. You're getting maximum trivia, Schmoedown, whether you like it or not. Saul Show, up next.
So, as you see, the Saul Show, as you will, it has begun this season. He is ready to go. He has been talking a lot on a lot of different after shows, and he wants to be the guy that defeats both of the real rejects. Alba, what is working for him is what always has worked for him. He's like, I guess I'm answering questions. And his match against Taylor Robinson, it seemed like every question he got, he was just kind of guessing and having fun and goofing around. He seemed like he was at a carnival playing a game. And every time he threw it through, he's like, "Oh, I'm winning," and that's working for him. And it's continued. This is very two different personalities. Saul is gung ho. I'm gonna be the best. Get that belt on my shoulder. And Alba, I don't even think if you asked him what his record was, he wouldn't be able to tell you. If he asked him what faction was on, he might be able to tell you. But he's here to goof around and have fun. I don't know if the guy slept in 3 weeks.
Yeah, Greg comes in here looser than PJ Campbell's pants because PJ's been working out a whole lot. And with Saul, yeah, he does have a lot of intensity, but the shared DNA here, Christian, is with their management squads. The faction leaders, Kate Mulligan, Coy Jander, they're both great at infusing positive energy and strategy into their players. Who's going to have the better strategy? Who's going to figure out, maneuver that wheel around? Who's going to pick up a big steal? That could be the difference in today's match.
All right, Mark, if you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's do it, bud. Let's hear that throat.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the Inner Geekdom division. Introducing first. Representing the Den with a record of 1 win and 1 defeat. This is the Saul Show. This is Saul.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Saul Show. We got a special guest victim tonight, the other real reject guy, Greg Hardy or Greg Humphrey. One of the other one, the one I beat up last time, isn't here. I got this next guy. Everyone, I'm sure, is very excited about this. What are you guys up to?
Well, it's very nice to see you, Saul. So, listen, you have been talking a lot. You have, and I mean, hell, before your Brandon Hanna match, you were talking a lot. But since then, you had that knockout against John Humphrey. And now, look, Greg Alba's a different competitor than John Humphrey. Greg Alba has proven that he's a competitor in this league. He's 2-1. So any different training that goes into it, preparing for a guy like Greg Alba?
No, I don't train. I don't do that. I don't go down to the level of my competition. They have to come up to me. I train the same way for any opponent, whether it's Robert Parker, one of the real rejects, who crosses my path. You're getting all of me the way I prepare. I'm not a peasant. I don't chase somebody. They chase me.
Fair enough.
Okay. Kate Mulligan was able to chase you down, get you into the den. So let's talk about that faction and what you want to do to help your faction out. What has the relationship been like between you and Kate that's gotten you to this point? You're a feared competitor in Inner Geekdom. How much of that do you attribute to your management?
As much of it as humanly possible. I don't know that it's almost symbiotic at this point. She is able to get me here and get me to that level I have to be at to destroy people. The communication's perfect, and we're in simpatico at all times. And without her, I'm a much lesser player.
All right, well, good luck to you, Saul. We'll see you in just a moment as we bring in Greg Alba. And his opponent, representing the Quirky Mercs, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat in the Inner Geekdom division. He is Greg Idris Alba.
That's my record. Thanks for telling me. Awesome.
Be honest, you had no clue what your record was coming into this.
Nope. People were asking questions beforehand, and I was like, "You're asking the wrong guy right now."
Yeah, but but I got to ask you, and I said that kind of going into this. And do you think that helps you though prepare to this, because you've seen it so much, you've been around it since season 3, and you know how serious some people take it, and the fact that you just kind of, and it's not that you're not looking at these studying trying to win, but you just have this attitude of, hey, I'm playing, I'm answering questions, and let's have some fun. Do you think that's helped you as opposed to getting too serious about it?
I'd say so. Like I'm always I have a little bit of anxiety before every match, but because I'm like, crap, maybe I should have studied. But I think that I guess not really. I gotta be honest. I don't really care if I win or lose. I just when I showed up, I really when I first thought of Schmoedown, I was like, hey, it looks like a fun show, and I've just kind of had that mentality since. So, I feel like Saul really cares to win. So if Saul wins and demolishes me, then all right, he's gonna lead a happier life. For me, it doesn't really make a difference. So I'll come back the next time you book me. So yeah.
But I gotta say, Mark, I know I gotta ask this though too, because I think that's exactly how you played against Taylor, and you said that you're like, she's gonna beat me, and that's fine, and you kept on answering questions, and you kept getting it right. I think it's a way that you have trained yourself in order to really start to you're 2-1. I know you just figured that out today, but you're 2-1 with 1 knockout. So I don't know, Mark, go ahead.
He's got a knockout?
We're on the same page here, Christian. I almost feel like Greg is currently working on a motivational book on how to care less and thus win more. Is caring less your secret hidden strength?
It's my weakness and my strength, because I would know more if I cared more. But because I don't care, I think sometimes it keeps me a fan of when I'm playing, keeps me a fan of movies. And sometimes there was a point where I studied a lot, and I was like, I'm starting to hate movies just because it's becoming homework. And I like when I can just enjoy this, It's fun. It's all fun.
It's working.
And Saul really seems like he cares, So let's all have. I didn't watch the match he did against John, but I heard he demolished him. So awesome. Let's see how today goes. Let's see if I get any right.
Thank you to Greg, and now we're gonna bring back Saul. All right, so our competitors are here. Saul, you got anything to say to Greg before we start going here? Or are you good?
I think he said everything. I don't think I can add any more to that. I think we've achieved exactly what we were looking for. Let's dance.
I'm ready. I'm so happy. I'm so excited for you today. I think you're going to do an excellent job.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so our competitors have entered. Mark, round number 1 is about to begin. What do you got?
2 very different species of Schmoedown competitors, but the rules the same regardless. In round number 1, the field of competition is going to hear 10 questions from 10 different corners of Inner Geekdom know-how. Each question no stealing, at least not in round number 1. There isn't. We'll ask the question. You have 15 seconds to get that correct answer written down. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera at the same time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE rule. That's your repeat. If you hear a question but you're not sure you heard it right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have one challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the 3-round match. There is to be no urinating. Well, I guess we couldn't really tell if you could. So if you pee your pants, just act like you didn't.
All right, so we ask Greg, are you ready?
Yeah, definitely ready. Let's kick so much butt.
Saul, are you ready?
Yeah.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1, question number 1 in the Inner Geekdom division. We're going to start with the Alien and Predator franchise.
Ah, crap.
Who directed 1987's Predator?
Competitors scribbling it down, and this is where Greg Alba locks in just enough, Christian. Just enough.
Whatever it is.
You might sneeze.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. We start with Greg Alba.
Is it John McTiernan?
Yeah.
It is. And
Yes.
Saul.
Oh, awesome.
John McTiernan.
Like I had John in my head, but I couldn't think of
right where we left off with Greg. And here we go.
I thought it was making the last name.
And question 2. I wish Greg could play.
On to the category of Star Wars. It's way far, far away, but the question's right here. Which Star Wars film's opening crawl text includes?
Oh boy.
This ultimate weapon will spell certain doom for the small band of rebels struggling to restore freedom to the galaxy.
I'll tell you, it does make me wish that Greg Alba played every single match in the Schmoedown because we would never have any stress as competitors, producers, anything. Managers.
Oh, Star Wars. I knew that.
4, 3, 2. It's the truth. 1. Hands down. Hands up, please. And we start with Saul on this one.
Episode 4, New Hope.
It's incorrect. And Greg?
I said Return of the Jedi.
And you see yourself going up by 1, 2, 1.
Really? No way.
That's
awesome.
Really?
Don't worry, Saul. You're gonna totally slingshot this. You got this.
Question 3. This is Batman. Batman.
Oh, cool.
In Batman Forever, Edward Nygma is a researcher working at what company when first introduced in the film?
And slingshot, Christian, a technique employed in Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Is that an Inner Geekdom movie?
No, but it should be. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Greg Alba.
I just put Wayne Corporation.
Wayne Corporation is not correct.
Is it Wayne
Enterprise?
Wayne Enterprises?
Enterprises.
Wayne Enterprises.
Damn. So close.
You gotta know the specificity of the Wayne.
Correct. All right, so we're tied up here. It's 2-2.
Corp
and now we get
is
to
Lex
our next
Corp.
question.
Or
Question
Luthor
4.
Corp.
Yeah, we'll move on, but stay in the category of DC Comics. And the question, the character of Renee Montoya, who has an ex-girlfriend named Ellen Yee, who's a district attorney in Gotham City, appears in what DCEU movie?
So right now, our score is 2-2. Yes, 2-2. 2-2 between Saul and Alba. And here is the countdown with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, please. And we start with Saul.
Birds of Prey.
Yes. And Idris Elba.
I was trying to write all the whole thing, but yeah, Birds of Prey.
That's okay.
I don't think it was going to fit in that little piece of paper.
All right, this is question 5. This is going to be to see if you guys can guess who said it. Which adventurous hero said the line, "We do not follow maps to buried treasure, and X never, ever marks the spot"?
What was the full name of that movie? It's Birds of Prey or The Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah. That is specifically in the rule book. They don't need the whole thing. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I should get a point.
1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we're going to start here with Greg.
I said Indiana
Jones Jr.?
You're right. And Saul.
Oh, awesome.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's Henry Jones Jr., but I still got the answer right, so
question
shut up.
5, the scrap we thought we were going to see, we are seeing. Excuse me, question 6.
Okay.
Question
That means a lot.
6. Thank you. We did think we were going to see a scrap today with 2 divergent strategies, and here's your next category. In the Wizarding World. In the Deathly Hallows Part 2, what does Neville pull the Sword of Gryffindor from while standing up to Voldemort and the Death Eaters? Yikes. Rough day.
It is a rough day. I didn't know if you were yikesing because of the question itself or because of
both
the circumstances inside of the question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. We start with Saul.
The Sorting Hat.
Sorting Hat.
Yes, and Greg.
Or the Hat of
Yeah, I did not put that. Don't even let me put an answer of it. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so Saul goes up by 1 here. 5-4. 5-4, and now we're going to get to question 7 with Saul with a 1-point lead. We're going to start, we're going to have question 7 is animated.
Okay.
The characters King Kong, Sauron, and the Kraken appear in which animated film?
I'd like to join that golf. Make it a foursome.
You'd be dead.
Like a Benihana table.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please, and we start here with Greg.
I think it's
the Lego Batman movie.
Yes, sir. And Saul.
Lego Batman.
I'm proud of that one.
Okay, so we're still got Saul with 1 point lead, 6-5. 6-5 as we get to question 8. Question 8.
Question 8 is in the category of X-Men. And for a point, the question. Richard E. Grant plays Dr. Xander Rice in what 2010's Marvel comic-based film?
Arguably the best X-Men movie.
Oh,
6-5.
Prove me wrong.
Oh, I know it. I think.
Neither.
All right, let's see what happens.
Editor. It's going to be perfect.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, and the manic energy of Greg Alba could host this show by itself. And here is Saul. What do you got first here, buddy?
Logan.
Yes, and Greg.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Logan. Yeah.
Logan. All right, so it is now
Logan.
7-6. 7-6, and we get to question 8. Oh, excuse me, question 9. Question 9. Heroes and villains is your category.
I'm tied with Alba, by the way.
Which comic book movie features the villain Neville Sinclair, a Hollywood movie star who is secretly a Nazi agent?
What?
Twist. What's a twist?
It's a pretty nutty twist. Hope that's not true about any of our movie stars.
5, 4.
The name sounded familiar, but
3,
I needed the full context
2,
to get it.
1. Pens down, hands up, please, and we're going to start here with Greg.
I've never seen this movie, but I said The Rocketeer.
Yeah!
I don't know how you're doing it, but you got it right. And Saul.
Awesome.
The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer it is, and the magic of Alba is still happening, and Saul with a 1-point lead here, 8-7. 8-7 as we get to our final question in round number 1.
Yeah, Christian, you almost expect Greg Alba to unzip whatever skin he's wearing, and Stacey Howard or Josh McCool is actually wearing that, because serious fairy dust so far. And we move on to your last category in round number 1. That's in the realm of comic book movies. And it is the literary character of Mina Harker, played by Peter Wilson, appears in what 2000s comic book film? 8-7. Good game so far.
Really good game so far. Such different personalities, as you said. 5, 4, 3.
I'll use the JTE. Why not? Yeah.
All right, 1 JTE here for Greg.
Sure. Let's see what happens.
2 remaining. Categories comic book movies. The question. The literary character of Mina Harker, played by Peter Wilson, appears in what 2000s comic book film? You know, you say Peter, and I sound like I'm Lois talking to Peter Griffin, but I'm not.
Oh,
it's Peter.
I thought you were trying to make a statement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. Pens down, hands up. We start with Saul.
The League of
League
Extraordinary
of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes, and Greg.
No, I got the title wrong. No, I got it wrong.
All right, so Saul goes up there 9-7. 9-7 is the score here. Saul seeing himself with 9 points here. 9-7, and now we get to round number 2. It's the wheel round, Mark.
I actually
It is the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. Each competitor gets to spin at that third wheel. Once you settle on a realm, you'll hear 5 questions.
I almost went perfect in that round.
Genre. Each question worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you might want to ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. Might be a valuable tool because if you miss a question asked to you, your opponent can then steal it. And so Greg Alba playing very well despite not thinking he would in round number 1. He's got 7 points, but it is Saul, or the Saul Show. Do I have to call? I do have to call. The Saul Show has a 2-point lead, and so Show, you have the option. Do you want to spin first or defer to your opponent?
I'll be spinning first, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Kate, 60 seconds to talk to Saul.
Hey, Kate. She's muted.
Oh, no.
You're muted, Kate. You're muted.
Now you guys know it wasn't me sniffling. Time starts now. Thank you. I'm glad we agree on that.
Yes.
Saul, they've forgotten who this show is actually about, and it's you. I didn't forget. I know it's very charming, and he's a fun guy, but I see what you're doing here, which is you are just very quietly throwing your knowledge out there, and right now, Saulie, I could see it in your eyes. Forget about New Hope. I thought it was New Hope too. Okay, you're doing beautifully. How you doing?
Let's just go. Let's go. I'll show you how I'm doing.
Let's go.
Let's spin this wheel.
Okay, yeah, I figured. All right, let's spin this thing.
Here's the wheel. And here's the spin.
Saul's got places to be, Christian.
Yeah, he wants to be in the winner's circle.
Saul, you got to spin the wheel.
There it is.
He did it with his mind. There it goes.
Use the force.
He did it with an eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to land on... Spinner's choice it is. Spinner's choice
Batman.
for Saul. All right, which
Batman,
one?
Batman, let's go. Batman,
Let's go. Batman.
All right, Batman it is, with no hesitation. All right, so now Saul has chosen Batman for his spinner's choice, and here is your first of 5 questions, Saul. Here you go. Saul, how many films has Ben Affleck appeared in as Batman/Bruce Wayne?
3.
3.
That's correct. 2 points. Kim Basinger plays which character in Batman 89? Need the first and last name.
Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale.
2 points. Frank Gorshin plays which role in 1966's Batman the movie?
The Riddler.
2 more points.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Burgess Meredith
Who
is the
plays
Penguin
gangster
and,
Sal Maroni in The Dark Knight?
Sal Maroni! I'm sorry.
Eric Roberts.
It was
Right, for 2 more points. So that
it was an old
is
joke.
question 4. And here is your final question. In Batman v Superman, the destruction of Metropolis, the film opens with, takes place how many months before the rest of the film is set?
18 months.
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, 18, B, 15, C, 20, D, 13?
A, 18.
It's correct for 1 point.
I got that without multiple choice.
Really good round. Really good round for Saul,
That's
and he sees
impressive.
himself at the moment 18-7. 18-7, and now Saul will drop out. Coy will come in.
Coy, let's keep in mind, Batman should be a wheel of mine next time. You're on mute too. Did you not pay attention to what Kate did?
I listened to the rules. Okay, starting now. Yeah, we should definitely use Batman. I saw you know all that. It was incredible.
Those answers. That's good.
But dude, I gotta say, like, when you watch The Legend of the Drunken Master, that guy wins the fights because he's not stiff as a board. Saul's about to crack, man. I feel bad. I like Saul, and he looks so upset and rigid. You're just vibing, bro. I think we just keep vibing. How you doing?
Oh yeah, we'll see what happens. It's an electronic wheel. Nice poster you got in the background. Let's see what happens.
We got the same water, dude.
I know, right? It like really helps out a lot. It's way better than chugging. How much time do we got left on this thing?
We know what we want on the wheel. We also know how to relax. Let's like stretch. Let's not hurt our backs. Let's just lean into this. You got 7 points easily. You would have had 8 if you got one word off. Let's just keep vibing, man. Let's get into it.
Shit happens. What are you gonna do? All right, let's do
it. Time with a beat.
You can end it.
All right, here is the wheel, and here is the spin. All right, so obviously Batman is off of the wheel, and
that's too bad.
Is the spin.
Next time.
I was like, damn,
Batman still work.
And it looks like it's graphic novels. Graphic novels.
And
he's
gone.
He just left the room.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
We need him.
Alba, not a fan.
I said to hell with this game.
Yeah, 60
Greg,
seconds.
This is broad, which we've talked about the pros and cons of. There's a lot of stuff that does have, your wheelbase, like your knowledge in there, but what's your instinct?
You feel like it'd be like more general questions or deeper questions?
I feel like it's broad strokes because of how many things are graphic novels, but I see your skepticism. I think your instinct have steered us right. You got 7 points by going with your gut. Do you want to spin again?
It's always exciting when you spin again, isn't it?
I mean, there's so many things we want more, and there's only a couple things we want less, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if I feel like I could do graphic novels, but screw it. Let's spin again. Let's see what happens.
I like the wheel. It's exciting.
All right. Well, the wheel is being spun, and he's spinning away
I'm committing
from
to the choice. I have made my choice. Greg. We have spun again. You're sticking with whatever the hell you get, Greg.
And you're getting Jurassic Park.
Terrible call, Greg. Saul, congratulations.
Hey, dinosaurs, focus, islands. We got this.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So here you go, Mark. He's going to get 5 questions in Jurassic Park.
That's right. Jurassic Park is the questions. They're being asked to a guy who I think still wants to win. Greg, 5 questions. 2 points unless you need multiple choice. Your first one in the world of Jurassic Park. In the original Jurassic Park, what Disneyland theme park attraction does Malcolm reference when he says, if the ride breaks down, the inhabitants inside won't eat the tourists?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's a small world.
Hands up, Saul.
That is incorrect. So for a big 2-point steal here, Christian, Saul, I'm going to repeat the question, then you'll have your opportunity to answer. In the original Jurassic Park, what Disneyland theme park attraction does Malcolm reference when he says if the ride breaks down, the inhabitants inside won't eat the tourists?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's a big 2-point steal
for
Saul. It's now.
Did you really say that? Damn, I don't know.
Funny how these things happen
All right, so
later
here's
in
question
the
2
now.
Because then they actually made a Pirates of the Caribbean
Second question
move
in the world of
franchise.
Jurassic Park. Greg, how many films in the Jurassic Park franchise has John Williams done the music for?
I'll say...
I'm pretty sure 2.
2.
And you'll get 2 points for saying that. Jurassic Park and The Lost World are the 2 that John Williams has worked on so far. That might change.
I knew that by
Spielberg,
heart.
I believe.
Oh my god, I committed that to memory a long time ago.
Felt like you did know that, and it got you to within 11 of Saul's lead. You have 3 questions left in Jurassic Park. Here's question number 3. Which character in Jurassic Park said the line, T-Rex doesn't want to be fed, he wants to hunt. Can't just suppress 65 million years of gut instinct.
Owen Grady?
I feel like I can hear that.
5.
It was either Owen
3.
or
2.
Repeat.
Second one.
Sam
The
Neill's
question, you have
character.
1 repeat remaining. Which character in Jurassic Park said the line, T-Rex doesn't want to be fed, he wants to hunt. Can't just suppress 65 million years of gut instinct.
Yeah, it was
I'm
definitely...
going to take a gamble. I'm going to say Dr. Ian Malcolm.
That is
Why would it be
incorrect.
Ian Malcolm?
Okay, it's the other guy. All right.
Saul, I'm going to repeat the question for you. Which character in Jurassic Park said the line, T-Rex doesn't want to be fed, he wants to hunt. Can't just suppress 65 million years of gut instinct.
Alan Grant.
Yep.
I've said the same quote about Christian, and that is correct. And all of a sudden, Christian, we find ourselves possibly in knockout territory. Now, Alba does have 2 questions remaining. It's a 13-point lead, so Alba's got to get both of the. If he cannot afford another steal, he needs to find at least 3 points without Saul stealing any more.
All right, here's
Do I
the
have
next
to just
question.
get 2 multiple choices, right?
No, that would
one off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get one off the bat. All right. With your penultimate question in the realm of Jurassic Park. In The Lost World, John Hammond says that he worked to keep the dinosaurs on Isla Sorna safe for how many years?
Multiple choice.
Yeah, definitely
Multiple choice options for a point. Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6?
5.
Say 4 because there are 4 years between.
And your winner, by way of knockout, this is Saul. The answer, of course, was 4, but Saul didn't have to answer it because of the mass. Saul, 2 straight knockouts, 2 straight over the Real Rejects, and he finds himself with a victory here over Greg Idris Elba. What a performance once again by Saul. 2-1, 2 knockouts. That's a +1. That is a big point. That's 4 points here for the Den now. That's 4 because of the KO and a -1 for the Mercs. So Saul picking up a total of 8 points this season already for the Den. All right, so congratulations to both of you. We're going to see you in a moment with Jen Sturger. Wow. I mean, Saul is for real because Greg was fighting back hard, but he knew it looked like, he gambled. He knows that he gambled, and I'm sure we'll hear him talk about it in the post, but he gambled away from the graphic novels, and he's like, I know graphic novels pretty well. I should stick with it. And then he even yelled at himself. He said, "Bad move, Greg." And Greg, mute your microphone. And so there was but either way, Greg Alba here put on a hell of a show, obviously in the beginning, but this was the Saul show. It really was the Saul show once again.
It really was. Greg Alba further sealing his personality into the hearts of Schmoedown fans. But Saul, Christian, I don't know what I'm baffled by more, the amount of knowledge in Saul's head or how frustrated he looked when he had to, God forbid, check to multiple choice. He looked like he's going to ruin the rest of his day. He got to win. He got to win. It's almost like he's mad he didn't get to answer more questions in round 3, but he got a knockout. So I don't understand why the animosity. Maybe we'll get beneath that. Why?
I know why, because I've heard him on shows, and I'm sure he's going to bring this up with Jen in the post interview. He doesn't like when people don't take it seriously. He doesn't like when he's able to put the work into it, and he wants to. He said it many times on other shows. If you're not ready to play, get the hell out of my way. He said it, and he's proven it. He's 2 straight victories in a row with 2 knockouts, and now he's going to be. He's looking down the barrel here. He's got some competition happening, so this is something that's going to happen very, very soon. We're going to see more of Saul in the IG division, and we're now going to see more of him because he's standing by with Jen Sturger and Kate Mulligan.
Saul, what an impressive performance today. So much so you didn't even have to go to your round 3. I gotta say though, I was listening to those Jurassic Park questions, and I was like, even I knew some of those answers, so I was getting frustrated. Like, did he come here to play me or what? What were you thinking during that round 2?
I was laser focused on what was waiting for those steal opportunities. I was just doing what I do, and I was just too busy. If that's what crack looks like, Coy, I'm not gonna curse. I don't do that anymore.
I'm so scared.
But I tell you what, Coy, maybe if a couple of your competitors took this more seriously, you would have some victories or knockouts. Maybe that whole IG division on your team needs to take things a little more seriously. There's another clown on those quirky mercs that I'd like to get my hands on as well. I tell you what, the Schmoedown is a pretty big circus, and there's a little bit for just about everybody. We got mental gymnastics. We got the real brainiac types who know everything, the nerdy types, and we got the freak show. We definitely got the freak show here in the Schmoedown, and we also got the clowns. And that's what Coy knows, and that's what you're feeding me, clowns. But I tell you what, I'm not going to get fat. I'm going to get lean, and I'm going to get stronger. You want to keep feeding me these clowns? You go right ahead. I don't got to mop up the bloody ego stains on the floor after I'm done with them. Because this is the circus, and I'm the lion. So you keep feeding me. Sorry, I guess I'm taking this a little too seriously.
Kate, that's 8 points for Saul in 2 matches. Like, did you know? I mean, I'm sure you knew he was a great player, but did you know he was capable of doing this?
He's going to hold the belt this year. If anybody thinks this is not true, look what he just did. Here's the thing. People don't understand. What's fun for Saul is going perfect. So Saul didn't have fun today. Not because this game isn't fun, but he didn't go perfect. I guarantee you what Saul's going to do, even after he knocked him out today, is he's going to go back and reread all of the opening scrolls in the Star Wars movies. And he's going to go back. I know he's mad about he heard 18 months and knew it immediately. He's going to go back and do that because that's how seriously this guy takes it. The amount of prep this guy did is just like, it gets to this point where it's like, well, I guess you could have had a couple more fun days to yourself, Saul. You didn't have to work so hard on this one. It's just, to me, listen, Greg's a fun dude. This was, and Saul's gonna have fun just stacking bodies in this league. I had fun because we got another point away from the Mercs. That feels great. So listen, this is my guy. There's a reason that I took him first in round 2. There's no question to me. Like, this is my guy. You're looking at it.
So now you're going to get the winner of either Moose Haas from Exchange or Amber Moses. Do you have a preference here, guys?
Oh, yeah, the Moose.
Yeah, I want to smash that Moses punk.
Oh.
Draft bust. If he makes it that far, I would like to get a hold of that punk. Let me tell you, I don't think Amaru so I know what he's doing. I invented the role he's failing at right now. So yeah, I'll play the Ryan Lee for the Schmoedown right now.
Wow, Ryan Lee reference. Oh, where we found ourselves.
We'll be happy to have any opponent, but that's formidable.
Nah, I want Moses.
Okay, we'll be happy to have Moses.
Let my people go!
Ride, aren't you, at this point?
It's the best ride ever. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the pirates may eat me. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Saul does look like a pirate.
On a great victory today, and now you have all this extra time on your hands because you didn't even go to round 3. So, congrats.
Jen,
guys.
I love what you do, but you haven't seen nothing yet. You think that was great? You ain't seen nothing yet. You stick around. You sign up for the Saul show.
You don't have my address, right?
Nah.
Good to know. All right, back at the desk.
Yep.
Saul is happy. Saul is, well, I don't know if he's happy, but he's intense.
He does not look happy.
And even Kate Mulligan, who you and I have known for years, when she's at a loss for words, it's for real, because Saul is, he's all business. He's all business. He is now 2-1 with 2 knockouts. He looks scary. He looks real scary, and he's calling out the winner of Amaru, and he's calling out Moses, and that's a battle that's kind of coming up really soon between Moses and Haas, and that's going to be a fight. Who knows who's going to win that one? But clearly, we know who Saul wants to win.
Yeah, if you could be a fly on the wall for any conversation between a manager and a competitor in all of Schmoedowndom, I think Kate and Saul will be at the top of a lot of people's list after this performance today, because, wow. That is some chemistry. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but hey, they got a big win. They got a knockout today over a very game Greg Alba. He puts on a great face. He smiles. He laughs a lot, but he wants to win. And the Quirky Mercs wanted a big win today too. They didn't get it, but they still came to entertain a nation. And boy, did they accomplish that.
Well, they did that and then some. There's no doubt about it. But we're going to hear a lot more from the Quirky Mercs, Greg Alba, and Coy Chandra standing by with Jen Sturgeon. Jen?
Well, guys, that happens, I think that's all we can really say about that. Jurassic Park, really? Come on, man. I was looking at some
so
of those
many
questions.
dinosaurs.
I was so grateful my mic was muted because I was shouting Pirates of the Caribbean at my computer. Greg, what happened?
She's mad.
I'm
busy. I didn't put in the work. We did go trending for the 5th time on YouTube this week, so I'm pretty happy about that. And so what I'm doing my work right now, I'm really happy about, and I should have stuck with graphic novels. If I'm going to be honest, I'm like with the real rejects, everything we do is so comic book and graphic novel related that I was like, I probably got this because that's where my career has been so focused on lately. And in all sincerity, like, that dude is an intense man and he takes it so serious, and you got to respect the passion and the heat. And I'm not that guy, so if anyone deserves, here's the truth: if anyone deserves to win, I'm glad it's him. I don't want to verse like people like Parker and Chance Ellison. Like that stresses me out. I don't want to deal with that. Like that's tough, and I respect the level of commitment the guy has. Like, it's awesome watching him win. He made me a fan today. McCoy, did I get more points than John against Saul?
You got more points than John, man. Yeah, and you did it in the first. Yeah. The battle of real rejects is yours. And frankly, I think we had a great time today, which was, I always say I just want to hang out with Greg because I've missed Greg. It's been quarantine times. Greg and I are going to hang out soon in real life, but this was our first chance in a long time. And frankly, this is what we wanted to accomplish. So we love the Schmoedown's intensity. We just can't match Saul's intensity in the Schmoedown intensity.
And he deserves it. Like, he works so hard. I hope he climbs to the top, man. He earned it.
Yeah. So at this point, I want him to hold the belt out of fear.
I would actually like to differ with you, Coy. You actually do have a lot of intensity, but I feel like your intensity is like one extra Red Bull intensity, whereas Saul's is more like, I need a rage room and to beat someone's car in intensity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think my hyper focus is on like zealous fun, which conflicts directly with zealous like intense focus. Like, if I focus that intensely, who knows what might happen? Like, I don't think it's healthy for me with my 11 to go in that direction for the betterment of all mankind. So we played like Quirky Mercs today. Today was a Quirky Merc match. We did very well in the first round. He got one that was wrong by one word, which I totally understand. And I really appreciate the fact that we didn't let it affect us. Jurassic Park just wasn't our day. At the end of the day, Saul was the better player, and we got a bad second round, and he deserves that belt. Like, I'm excited to watch him climb to the top because that was hardcore.
Yeah, look, I feel like every time I've won, it's out of pure luck. Like, I don't know why Christian keeps inviting me back. I'm like, it's been so many years. I'm like, I'm going to put in the level of commitment that everyone else does.
You're invited back, Greg, because you're an absolute joy to watch play this game, even in defeat, because you have an amazing time while you're here. So that's why you get invited back. Pure entertainment value.
I've always loved the fun and the entertainment and the show, and I do gotta. Sometimes I feel like Christian's called me out on it. I feel like I can be a little disrespectful in the fact of how I don't take it as serious as everyone else. But to those who take it serious, like, that's awesome. That's great. That level of passion is something that you got to admire. And so like, that's like when I love, literally me losing was, oh, thank God, I don't have to fight like someone like Parker or something. Like, it's just such a relief when you lose.
And to be honest, I want Greg on my team because I love watching him have those epiphanies. It is, like Mark said, watching every single question be a Stacey Howard pull. Every time he gets something he doesn't believe it. His disbelief is my favorite part. So he's on the team not because I expect 100 points, it's because I expect 100 magic moments. And I got 100 magic moments today. And that's what I love about this sport is you get so many moments that are peak entertainment, peak joy. It's like watching a child discover the taste of peanut butter every moment. It's just like, how is this real? And it's Greg Alba, and I love it. I love it so much.
We got like Bibiani on the team and stuff. Let him do all the hard work.
Team Alonso and Bibiani balanced with Greg Alba. It's important for my zen. My flow, the yin yang of my heart and the Quirky Mercs is some Alba, some Team Alonso, and somewhere in the middle is me just hoping to hang on.
Well, tough loss today, gentlemen.
I'm so
Greg, I really. You're the worst. All right, gentlemen. Great day. I'll see you again.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen.
I'm not even kidding, that we need to get a shirt that says "It's such a relief when you lose." We really need to get that shirt. It's just, I mean,
right after you get the 101 points.
It's such a relief when you lose. I mean, I don't, and I'll push back against Greg a little bit too. I don't break his chops for not investing. I know how busy he is, and I know what he does, but his thing is what works for him is that you look at what he did in the first round. He just isn't going to do a big cram session for Jurassic Park. And when you play a guy like Saul, you're gonna run into someone who's he's gonna know the questions. But I think Greg Alba probably would have done well in the graphic novel or Batman or something like that. That's why he's a dangerous opponent, and that's why he gets asked back to answer Greg's question, because he's going to be tough for anybody that he plays. And today, Saul is Saul's becoming that kind of competitor that it's scary. It's scary because when you look across the table, he does want to win. He does want to hold that championship. He does want to be the best because he sees the possibilities. When this thing grows, he's going to be the guy that's standing up there. Could be the face of the IG division. So it's a big win for him here today.
Yeah, and study and prep and all that stuff is great. And we had many pre-show conversations that I was eavesdropping on, one of which being, hey, what do you do at the gym? Do you work out for 20 minutes, then go home? Do you work out for 3 hours? It's what works for you. And for Greg Alba, it does seem to be that cram study session that you talked about just doesn't work for him. As you know, Christian, I've sired upwards of 20 kids all across this great land of ours, and they all have their different techniques for acing tests. That's how Greg Alba works. Saul, very different approach. And wow, did it pay dividends today. That guy studies, he puts in the prep time, and he got a big knockout for him and for the Den.
So Saul was a great investment for Kate. She picked him up really early in the draft, and he seems to be, paying that back in dividends, because you have now, he's going to be looking for the winner of whether it's Moose Haas or Amaru Moses, either one of those matches. And to be honest, that from where they both are, it is very, very possible where we are right now with everyone else, that could be a number one contender shot when it comes to it. So we're getting close. A 3-0 in IG is close to IG number one contender shot. So it's a possibility.
Yeah, given where the status of that division is and how tough the competition is. I mean, you heard Greg himself say he doesn't really want to play a Robert Parker or a Chance Ellison. Well, Saul wants all of them because he is gunning for that belt. The way to do that, continue to knock people out, get to that number one contender match, and whoever he's facing, he may make them be shaking in their pantaloons.
Yeah, that's right. And the IG division has been firing up here in all cylinders. We just had that big match, obviously, between Chandru and Robert Parker that just went down. And now you get this match right afterwards between Saul and Alba. There's so much coming up, guys. So much coming up. The next big pay-per-view we have is on June 25th. So make sure you please check that out. Join the Patreon today. Patreon.com/Schmoedown. Join at the $10 tier. You get all the pay-per-views that we do. We do 3 a month. We're coming back live. You want to get live tickets? TheSchmoedownLive.com. Follow us at The Schmoedown on all social media platforms to find out when we're going, where we're going to be, all that as we start to move into the new age of the Schmoedown. Thank you to Mark Ellis. Thank you to our great crew over at Skybound, Jen Sturger, to everybody involved. Really appreciate everything that you have been doing. Thank you for all of you. Please click a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.
Huh. Interesting. No cutscene. Huh. It's been that way for the last 2 matches, I think. No cutscenes lately. That's interesting. Anyways, that was a fun match. Definitely a pizza-worthy match. I still didn't finish the pizza, but whatever. Yeah. I mean, it always sucks when one of your favorite competitors loses by a knockout, but he wasn't really planning on winning in the first place, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, what does it matter if he lost by a knockout? He's just there to have fun, and it looks like he had just that, even in losing. On the opposite end of the spectrum, I got 14 questions right in this match, which, considering the fact that there were no round 3 questions, and even round 2 wasn't even over yet, that's impressive if you ask me. Like, I almost went perfect round 1. Again, John McTiernan. I should have known that. I had John on the mind. Just wasn't really sure which John is it. There's a lot of Johns in the world, okay? John is a very popular name, apparently. So, yeah, I didn't have John McTiernan. I gotta be honest, at one point I was considering writing down Return of the Jedi because I thought A New Hope was too easy. And if I'm being completely honest, I remember the opening crawl for A New Hope pretty well, and I really don't think there was that line about the super weapon and the Rebel Alliance. I don't remember that line being in the crawl, but I went with what I thought was the safe choice in A New Hope, and well, if I'd have done that, that would have been 9 points in round 2, because I went perfect after that in round 1. I almost had played a perfect round. So yeah, it kind of sucks. If this match had gone to round 3, it's definitely possible I would have gotten close to 20, or closer, I should say, to 20 points. 20 correct questions in this round. But I don't care. I'm getting better in IG, and that is really all I care about. So, yeah, I hope you guys have had fun watching me enjoy the match and eat pizza, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the Quirky Mercs lose spectacularly, which is what the Quirky Mercs do best. Even when they lose, they do it in a great way. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this match, and hope you guys continue to watch the Schmoedown with just the same level of happiness that I have watching it. See you later. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.